Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Gary Gatso, and welcome to P1's coverage of Round 2 of Season 2 of the ISRA Truck Series, coming today from Corn Country, Iowa and Iowa Speedway. Joining me in the booth all season long is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome. Statistically, that's what I'm trying to say. Numbers-wise, this track has actually been pretty good to me and you. Talk about your experience here at Iowa and why so many people like it. It's like a little super speedway all in a little tiny package.
I hit my knee. Anyways, good night for everybody, or good evening. So yeah, it's a good track. I really tasted this long time ago and really hard. So it's really, and IndyCar is for sure. Always is IndyCar for sure. Always is gonna be IndyCar around us. So it's pretty hard, especially with the IR team. It's very hard. But the DW12 is kind of easy because it's not have the tire mode, but this track have the tire mode. So I talked with people around. They said it's full tank today. It's a 100% tank today. So they expect it to be 95 to 90 laps on tank. But when I remember when I raced on here on long time ago in my gold eras, the tire is the factor over here. So the people have to manage the tires. In my expectation is 150 laps for sure. It's gonna be 2 stints. Each one's gonna be 50. So it should be a nice one. So if the guy is gonna try to save the tire the first maybe 20 laps or 25 laps, could be go for 70, 75. I hope don't see people with blow up the tires. And,
right.
Yeah. So this reason happened. So for now we have our first winner last week, Greg Evans on pole position now.
Yeah, he just turned that time right at the very end as we're getting ready to grid up. And as you said, the rule set for tonight, this is a 0.85 of a mile oval, D-shaped oval. We're doing 125 laps. We're doing 127.5 miles. We're going to get 5 sets of tires, 1 on the car, or 1 on the truck, and 4 in the pits. And as you mentioned, 100% fuel. So really, the issue today will not be fuel. The issue today will be how long those tires. You hit it exactly on the head right there. So there's going to be tire management. They'll be coming to pit road at times. Maybe on the first stop, maybe the second stop, and possibly the second stop. If they ever come to pit road for the second time, it's probably just tires and not really worrying about fuel. That's kind of how the situation will be on fuel. It's going to be definitely 1 pit stop for fuel, but it depends on how far these guys want to go on these tires before they really start hemorrhaging time and giving up time to the leaders all around them. Let's get the starting lineup in here real quick. We also do have the 1 fast repair tonight and a 40-mile-per-hour speed limit. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of the ISRA Truck Series and you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. That is the biggest thing right now. We are a new channel. We could use your subscription very badly. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcast. Now, let's get into the starting lineup here at Iowa. There's too much graphics. There we go. On the pole, as you saw right there, Greg Evans with a 137.891 mile per hour lap. Right next to him is Justin Kirby with a 137.5. He was off by just 0.61 of a second. That's how close that run for the pole was. Pepto Joe, a good start for him, 137.4. Chris Reagan, a good start for him at a 137.2. Jake Euler, a 137.2 as well. Richie Hearn, starting 6th, 137.1. Rigney, the host with the most, at a 137 flat. Now that's the last of our 137 trucks. Sam Crow, 8th. Stretch Armstrong, 9th. Say Hey Lewis Hayes, 10th. Rick D, 11th. Big John back in the 12th spot. Brian Graydon in the 13th spot. Matty Wagner. He's trying to figure out the best strategy. Should he start in the rear and work his way forward, or should he start up front and try to hold off track, or try to hang on to that track position? Well, I think he's going to the rear today, especially with that lap speed of a 1:19.8. Just kind of turned a pedestrian lap there. Also back there, Lionel Callisto, second of the points. He is 15th. Clapper is 16th. Hugo Gallas is 17th. And Alex Guyon is also back there, turning no time at 18th. And that is our starting lineup as we go green and next time by. That's why I like doing the starting lineup at Iowa and Richmond for the Indy cars, is because I got 2 laps to get all that in.
Yeah, because it's very short.
Right.
And also, let's start to catch about Callisto. So it's going back. He didn't did the quali. Last time he finished on 3rd. And maybe it's gonna be the strategy on save the tires and go hard on the last one stint or maybe 2 stint.
Yeah.
And also one thing more, how if it's gonna be a green stop, it's gonna be a hard.
Yes, this pit road is treacherous.
And also the exit too.
Yeah,
Everything's bad here.
Pit road is treacherous here, very treacherous.
I think so. Everything difficult around.
Right, it is, especially an IndyCar coming out of pit off the backstretch here. But here we go, green flag in the air, 150 laps, ISRA round 2, season 2. Iowa, and Greg Evans wasting no time, shooting to the front on the bottom. Kirby on the high side, Pepto Joe down low, looking for that spot. Kirby's kind of kissing the wall, rubbing it a little bit down the backstretch. And now here's Pepto Joe down underneath Chris Reagan. Reagan got the 3rd spot for the time being as they come off the corner. And getting a lap in. And Kirby driving to the bottom. Wow.
I still check Callisto. So it's Leonel Callisto is last. So I think so. Like I said, or maybe save the tires and also save the fuel to go a long stint, and just keep this guy burning the tires and la 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 la.
Yeah. Purple lap turned in. Kirby.
Oh, also, don't get in that situation, because you maybe can lose a lap if you're going too slow.
Yes.
So remember, the track is very short, so.
And Chris Reagan on the high side over Evans. Now Pepto Joe on the high side over Evans. So I think Evans has gone to tire conservation mode.
But he had to be on high. But he's still also another thing. I don't know if they use brake. Maybe they brake on some point or just leave the throttle. But you know, IndyCar, if you use the brake,
little trail braking. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna burn your tires too. So I remember somebody told me a long time ago, if you brake straight, maybe you're gonna save tires. If you brake in turn, you're gonna burn the tires. That's what I remember. I was in the truck series, but in the Spanish
okay.
league. So one of the guys advised me that. So if you wanna brake, try to brake straight. Don't brake in turn. So
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if your cambers or your brake bias is off, you can actually spin the truck. Mm-hmm. And there is Richie Hearn in the battle back there for 6 side by side with the host with the most, Mike Rigney. He's going to get a position on the high side, but rotating through the center of the corner. Richie fights back, but it looks like he's going to lose a position on exit. Here comes Sam Crow on the high side. And now Kirby had a bit of a lead. And now Reagan has reeled him in, and Greg Evans is coming with him. A bit of an ebb and flow of what's going up at the front.
Do you think clean air is factor in these trucks?
Well, everything I hear, I mean, I always like driving the trucks. I think as they relate to an open wheel car, visually there's no relation to them. But I think when you get behind the wheel of these trucks, there's a lot of crossover with the DW12, I think. With the exception of just DW12 has much more horsepower and a lot more downforce. But these will have aero wash to them if you can't get any air to those big front bumpers of theirs. So that's why we're seeing different lines now through the corners. So aero wash is going to be a role here, especially these tires start getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And there we see the track temperature. The track temperature is really not going to be an issue tonight. 79 degrees track temperature, 78 degrees ambient temperature. Very comfortable right now.
Yeah, for sure. You see Christopher Regan on top is keep past the car, and then
he's up in that third lane. Yeah, look at that third lane up there.
And you can see all the people we try to save the tire is going on the high lane, so that's the good thing. Basically, this track is patient.
Pepto Joe up to second spot. Yeah, you got to be patient. You got to be patient here. Now, this was the site of my very first start in the Lionheart series for the Speedway series was here. My first start was Iowa.
I remember two on Iowa. One of them, I was first, and I really surprised. I said, "Oh my God, what is this? I first." And then in turn two, it gave me kind of like, "Hey, I think so. You're going too fast." Second time, it's like, "Hey, chill out." And the third time, I got to the wall. And the second time, fuel calculation. I invited some friends. They say, "Oh, I know about the spotting and things, whatever." And he told me, "You can stay." Are you sure? Yeah, you have to stay. And I stay. It's like everybody, even in the broadcasting, basically laugh. I don't know if he's laughing, but it's like, "Oh no, why?" But yeah.
So I started last. I didn't qualify. I was so nervous, and I was still troubleshooting a new VR headset and some other things, and I just didn't want to be an issue. And I remember it was a pack race for the DW12 here. And you could go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2, right where you see Greg Evans, except right when you hit that part where the tunnel was, and there was a big bump there. And man, the DW12s hated that bump. And so many wrecks coming off of turn 2, going down the backstretch, wrecks coming off of 3 and 4 with the back end swapping. I have to go back and look, but there was just a ton of cautions. And I don't think we ever had more than 20 laps green flag consecutive before we went back to a caution. So I just hung out the back and made up spots by passing people on pit road after they wrecked.
Yeah, I know. I knew it. You was I think so finishing top 10 or no?
Yeah, I finished 9th, and I think I had the second most or the tied for the most spots gained in that race. And I'm like, oh well, that's not a bad start to my Lionheart career. Well, it was downhill. It was downhill after that, but.
Let me tell you something. When I read your name over there and you went last, I said, "Oh my God, so stupid! What is it supposed to be on back?" I was too. I think so. I was too cocky, to be honest. I was too cocky to be on the front. I said, "Oh, I can do it. I be on the front. And there's like, oh my God." Yeah. Anyways.
Kirby falling back a couple spots, but recovering back to 4th. Chris Reagan is your leader. Lionel Callisto, Pat Armstrong, Stretch Armstrong in a battle towards the back of the pack here. Again, Callisto up in the high line the whole time, right up there with Hugo Gallas. Gallas was in that race. He was in that DW12 race here for Lionheart. He knows what's up.
He was on the second season. Yeah, not on the first one.
He was in the second. Yeah, he was in that second season race. So the second season race was much like the first season race.
Too high for Galas.
Yeah, don't get too high there. He tries to slide back in. Reagan Evans, Flanagan, Pepto Joe up to the third spot. Kirby fourth, Jake Euler fifth, Rigney sixth, 22 of 150. Thanks everyone for joining us. Doubleheader Monday again. I believe Mark is remotely over in at Texas Motor Speedway with the NTRL, and they just completed their race. Boy, they had a rough go of it last week. 12 cautions at Dover. Can't say that we had. We barely had 12 cautions combined in this entire league.
I think so. He finished. So he now in interview.
Yeah, he's in interview. Yeah. So yeah, we had 12 cautions. We had 11 cautions all of last Xfinity season, and he had 12 cautions in one Xfinity race.
Well, to be honest, yeah, it's kind of hard to.
I think we're kind of spoiled. I mean, they do have slightly bigger fields over there, but we are spoiled here by the excellent the craftsmanship between the drivers and the way they control, and their racecraft is very excellent. That's what I was trying to say. Their racecraft is very excellent, and the sportsmanship is here as well. Everyone gives everyone plenty of room. No one wants to be that guy that causes the caution. Evans down low under Reagan in 1 and 2, and he's going to get the exit on the low side and back to the lead for our points leader in last week's winner.
He took his 26th lap.
Yeah,
So
well, he got up there early, and then he got run down. But I think maybe he. Here comes Reagan. Reagan's not done with him yet. He's like, "Oh, I saw what you did! Wow, getting close."
So I follow Callisto. So I start to pass the people on the high side. But that's the thing. You have to be patient. I know it's like, okay, we still have 122 or 23 laps to go. But he have to be on front before at least top 10.
Yeah.
For the first pit stop.
Almost getting pinched there by a Stretch moving up. He run out of room really quick on the exit of corner 4 here.
Yeah, it's like I think so. The turn 2 is much. Turn 1 and 2 is kind of easy to take. The only difficulty is the jump you have at the exit over there on inside.
Yeah.
And next to the wall for sure. But the turn 3 and 4 is like a Richmond. You see super easy Richmond on turn 1 and 2, but you see the slice, and 3 and 4 is like easy, but you have to know how to take it, because if you don't take it well, you're gonna find it wall. It's like all the ovals have the same thing. You think it's gonna be an easy exit, and you're gonna figure out the wall is there.
We're watching Stretch Armstrong on the backside of Matt Wagner. Wagner in the body armor truck. I like that. That is very sharp. That pops very well on our broadcast right now. Riding with Stretch, he is using the bottom line right here. See him. Maybe we'll see him hit that bump in turns 1 and 2. We can experience that bump here. Here we go. He turns 1 and 2, going right to the bottom. Here comes the bump. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. Yep. And the DW12 hates those bumps.
Wait, who's the guy on the picture? I can see him, but I don't know who's the guy. On the back is some guy drinking body armor.
Body armor, yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
a NASCAR
it's on
guy,
the
I don't
hood.
know.
It's on the hood. Let's see if we can get the
Yeah.
blimp. We get the blimp in here.
We hit it. No,
Oh.
this guy said no. You have to be attention on the race. So.
Yeah, there it is. Then we got this. We got a zoom of it. We're not sure who it is, but that's probably the driver of the truck and the real.
You're gonna. Ooh, everybody's very loose over there. Strong 2, Wagner 2, winning slice on loose.
We got Euler and Hearn side by side. We're up in the race first. Or I almost said race first. The now the P1 broadcasting airship. We brought a TC with us. We brought him over from the old channel, and he is piloting the airship right now. We're high above the Iowa Speedway in the middle of corn country. If you build it, they will come, and that's exactly what happened here. IndyCar, NASCAR, trucks, Xfinity now all race at this facility. Of course, if you guys ever at the virtually at these tracks, you look up and you see the P1 airship, make sure to wave the TC. TC would appreciate it. And if anyone knows what I'm talking about TC, just go ahead and I think I mentioned this before, no one got it, and then somebody in chat afterward goes, oh, I know who you're talking about. And Greg Evans out to a 1.2 second lead over Reagan. Getting chippy back here in this little fight for Clapper, Euler, and Sam Crow. Mitch Armstrong is side by side with Say Hey Lewis Hayes.
Yeah, Clapper is that's to Clapper.
Clapper.
Yeah, Clapper. It's game 2's going inside.
Clapper's up 9 spots. He is on the man on the move. Oh, the 12, the 15, excuse me, the 15. Oh, that's not going to bring out a caution. But he's going to lose. Oh. That's going to lose a lot of, yeah, let's go back and examine that one real quick. And he just wasn't clear of Crow. And poor Sam, Sam would do that on purpose. So I just don't think he ever heard he was clear, thought he was clear, decided to come down and goes down to the apron. Luckily, there's no immediate trucks following that pack. So he goes to top, gets back into the power, wants to bring it on down. But unlike Grosjean, who did an awful rejoin at the IndyCar race, he decides not to do that and stay at the top and allow the faster traffic on by. But yeah, that's gonna anger him a little bit. He was doing pretty well.
Greg Evans is going.
Evans is now leader by 1.7, but we now have a battle for second brewing between Reagan and Kirby. Kirby got up to the front, fell back a little bit, now is seeming to recover, as everyone with the tires are well worn now at this point. Now, do we see, now you're talking about, you think people will come to the pit at lap 50, they'll go 50,
yeah, right.
They'll go 50, 100, and 150, so they'll make it a two-stopper. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say the people have a problem with the tire. It's gonna be first. So I don't expect it to see Evans or Kirby, maybe Reagan's to even Regnay.
Battle back here for 10th between Say Hey Lewis Hayes, Matty Wagner, and Lionel Callisto. And again, we're getting real close to that opening window. If we're going to do the 50-50, we're going to do a two-stopper. We are getting real close. We're lap 43 of 150, and I would imagine they're getting ready to hit these trucks to pit road. And so all they're going to do here on this one stop, they'll top off the tank. That will get them to the end. So the next stop should be tires only.
Or could be only one stop and that's it.
Could be, and go for a splash. Who knows? If there was a lot of caution in this race, I could see someone trying to experiment with a one stop, but not this league. Here's Wagner underneath. haze. Get a good close-up of these guys. Colors are popping tonight here under the night lights at Iowa. We should do more night racing. Oh, here comes Callisto. Big bump there at the top. Very, very soon we will have a new P1 studio. Put the new order in for the computer.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we will have a new studio. We will be able to ratchet up all the graphics to 100%. Actually, we're just about at 100% right now, I think, on everything. But we will definitely, with the next one, be able to ratchet everything to 100%.
So I don't see any problems around because everybody's going in 24 highs.
Yep, 24 sixes, 24 sixes, 24 sevens. Yep.
Yeah. So everybody's going same.
I think a lot of it has to do with the temperature. It's, the track being hot is not an issue. Rigney has worked his way up to 4th. He's up 3 spots. Rigney down underneath Reagan.
Oh wait, Jake Euler's name. Yes, Jake Euler. He did the stuff. So
Yeah,
that's why he was so fast.
Lap 44. Lap 44. So he came in early. He could not handle, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, you're going to go down. He's down a lap. You're going to go down a lap at least when you hit the pit road here. But he was at the back. Might as well go ahead, pit early, and then just come out and hit the next couple of laps hard and see if you can jump anybody in the exchange. So this will be the see how the overcut works here.
Well, the problem is he have that issue on like 15 laps to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, ago, 50 laps ago. So yeah, I think so. It's a good strategy to, for sure. He burned the tires, so that's why I think so. It's a good thing for him. And also, it's getting close to Big John, so. And Kirby's going to pit, so that's a good good approach. What I talked about on before the race.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said overcut for Euler, but he's attempting the undercut. Sorry. We got cars on pit road. Lionel Callisto, one of our points leaders, just turning down pit road. Justin Kirby on pit road. Brian Graydon on pit road. So these are scheduled stops for all of these trucks. And let's see where Kirby rejoins here. He's going full side of tires, left and right sides. Going to top it off, 100% fuel. They are done now with fuel for this race, technically speaking. Actually, I don't know if they wanted to save any time. They could probably gone without any fueling if they wanted, just tires only.
Those should be one splash maybe, because it's between 85 to 90. So very loose, Callisto. So should be that short on 6 laps, 7 laps, or maybe no.
Well, what would you do if you knew that fuel really was going to be an issue on if you could go 90 laps on a single stint and the fuel could go 90 laps, but not the tires? Do you come in and just on your first stop, knowing that you're going to have to stop at lap 100 and that a full tank gets you to 90, just add a little bit of fuel to get you to 100, and then pit for fuel and tires at 100? Or would you just top it off again and say, okay, I'm done and I'm going to get a splash later at the end?
Oh, the splash is keep you 1 lap down. That's or 2 laps down maybe, something like that. So
Hugo Gallo's on pit road.
Yeah, always it's the same question of what if coming first.
Right.
Yeah, in every single competition I've been, so I don't know.
I think I would have gone I think I would have gone knowing that I would have gone with new tires on my first stop. That would add just enough fuel to get me to 100. I would still be lighter than everyone, so I should be faster than everyone.
You're right.
And then when I come to pit road, and all I need is 50 laps for fuel, so a half a tank and a new set of tires for my next stop. And I should be good there, or less fuel on the last stop. Either way.
Or check which tire is the worst one, which side is the worst one. Put, like you said, fuel for the tire you change it.
Yeah.
And go outside. So it's difficult because all these guys put the 4 tires. So.
Well, we will see all these guys that pitted early. We want to see how they're doing right now. Kirby is, he's putting a position on. That is Rick D in the Steelers ride, getting around him rather quickly. Euler out there doing the same, although Euler's tires are rapidly deteriorating because he's been out there since lap 44. So he's 15 laps into his stint, while everyone else is about half the age of tires, except for Hugo Gallo's, who just stopped. So he'll be the fastest truck out there, should be right now, out on the race. Yeah, he just turned, let's see what he turns this time by.
If I Galas now, I save the tires because
23.9
going to the end. He could be going to the end.
And there he is getting around the high side of Richie Hearn. Hearn in 4th. So some of these guys are going to see these trucks with new tires just putting a blitz on them right now. It'll be like, maybe I should get to pit road sooner rather than later. But maybe they want to go the full 90, and they think that those tires are going to get them there. So far, the only ones to stop: Kirby, Euler, Callisto, Grandin, and Gallas. Those are the only trucks to stop so far. Everyone else in the top 13 has not stopped. Closest battle on the racetrack is this battle right here between Pepto Joe and Clapper. Clapper up 11 spots to P5.
If I come back to your question, yeah. If I only know it's gonna come in a yellow flag, could be good. They have 2 stints. But if I come in again, all these guys gonna pass me back. So it's kind of like you said. This league is 190 over the 95% of green flags. Yeah. So. Yeah. But if you understand that every race is a yellow flag, for sure it's good coming in, 2 stops and good to go.
Yeah, we'd like to get more in this league. If you're in this league, you know someone that would be good, and you're going to vouch for him. Have them meet with Rigney, get some more trucks in the lineup. I'd like to see us get up to 25. That'd be a really good number.
To be honest, 19 people on Mondays. That's a lot. Yeah. Nobody likes Mondays.
Well, here's your leader now by 4.5 seconds, and Rigney has worked his way up to second. He is in second by about a second and a half over Reagan. Reagan is up there saying hello to the wall on corner exit of turn 2. Right behind him. Now that is Kirby, who is a lap down but with much fresher tires. And Richie Hearn is 4th. There is Richie, the 4D Raceway truck. Evan Clapper actually is getting pretty close to this battle, and he's bringing Pepto Joe with him. And Stretch Armstrong's up there. Stretch has made a good recovery. to get up to 7th here. This is about a 3-way battle. Going to very quickly become a 4-way battle once they reach Richie.
To be honest, I thought Clapper is gonna be a problem because I saw it almost lose it 2 or 3 times, but it's still over there, very strong on the fifth position over there with 11 spots. So still over there.
Battle for position here is Stretch around Pepto Joe. Move Stretch up to 6 now.
Oh, it's coming one. Big Joe.
Big Joe coming in.
Yep. So it should be expected to be the other ones coming in.
Pepto Joe coming in
there.
at lap 70.
Yep.
Lap 70 for Pepto Joe. I would see maybe some people decide to come in at 75 and do a one-stopper here. So this is getting kind of close to the one-stopper crew.
Well, when the spotter said, "Hey, your tire is doing something wrong," yeah.
But we're curious to see what Pepto Joe, what his tire report is. There is also on pit road Big John. He's done with his stop. Here's a lot of these guys that were on pit road not too long ago. They're making moves now up the order as people come to pit road. Pepto Joe on the out lap. So yeah, 75 is the halfway point. So anything after 75, they could top off the tanks, put it on another set of tire, and go the distance. So maybe who's going to do a one-stopper here?
So Rick D is on pit stop.
Rick D on pit road. There he is. Good camera transition. Nice.
Justin Kirby, 22.4, I think so. The fastest lap. 23.4. So, Alex Guyon on pits. Sam Crow 2. And Clapper 2 on box. Sprung 2. So I think so, everybody.
Not Kirby. He's staying out.
Wagner is still outside. Say Hey Lewis is inside too.
So Clapper on pit road, Armstrong on pit road, Kirby pit road, Hayes on pit road. So the people that have not stopped yet is Evans, Rigney, Reagan, Hearn, and Wagner. So Matty Wags staying out late. He's got permission to stay out late, and he is going to rock it on the high side down the middle lane. It's 10:30. Do you know where your Matty Wags is? Well, it's right here. It's in high lane and turn 3.
He wanna work in like a big guy, so that's why.
And there is our leader just getting freight trained by everybody with fresh tires. If he wants to come to pit road, which he still has, he probably still good to go for fuel for at least another 10 laps, we think. He's got plenty of time to get down to the bottom, but he is going to go for his one and only stop. Just get those tires, get enough fuel to go to the end, and make that his one and only. 80 of 150. Go ahead.
Do you know what is happening when you stay longest outside and going slow and slow and slow? Yeah, you can get position, but this guy doing 24.8, and let me tell you, Kirby 24.3. So it's really maybe half a second. Now he did Evans 24.6, and it's still fast. So the thing, so he know how to manage me with that. So yeah.
And here is teammates battle on the racetrack right now. Reagan and Hearn. Kirby is the leader of those that did the early stops. And those guys are going to have to come again. So that gamble might not pay off in the way that they want it to.
Callisto entered in pits of, I think so.
Yeah, Callisto on a 50 lap 53.
So yeah, so what I said, he entered in 12th position or 11. Now he's in 7th.
7th, yep. Hearn and Reagan still side by side through 1 and 2. Battling of 2 Lionheart regulars. Hearn's going to hold the position. So you see that sponsor on the side of Hearn's car that says Pit Fit? That's the gym in Indianapolis that they train, that the crews train at, the pit crews train at, and drivers train at.
Okay. Oh.
And that's one of the sponsors that is on the truck there, along with 4D Racewear. Pit Fit, yep. Not only, not just IndyCar, but also a lot of NASCAR crews train there as well. Greg Evans still out, probably due on pit road here the next 5 laps or so.
Coming out.
Coming in now.
But oh no, he came from the wrong. I think so. It's a good way, but all the faster guys came from track to down. So maybe you're gonna lose maybe 2 seconds over there.
Nope, not coming to pit road. Very gingerly on the accelerator, coming off of the corner.
Oh, Christopher Regan is a pizza. I talked about him. So Greg Evans is going now. Tell me, where's Greg Evans?
Evans not this time.
Oh no. Maybe he. I don't know. He said pitted in, so that's why I.
Well, there's Kirby behind him, and that's going to be a battle for position. So Kirby's got to make off a whole lap.
Yeah.
And there we see Reagan coming out. There's Reagan. We'll get him on the camera there. There he is. Reagan's now out at 19th or 16th. Okay, Evans pit road. Evans pit road. But we now will watch Rigney. He's going to stay out. Wags is going to stay out. So now we watch Kirby. Kirby now has his lap back. He is down the backstretch, clear into 3 now. Evans has not got to a stall yet. Now he's got to a stall. He slides to a stop. Here goes Kirby. Kirby on by. Kirby also going to go by. Richie Hearn.
Coming too.
Oh, and Chris Reagan with the pass of Richie Hearn on pit road as well. So that was big for them. They were racing side by side. So Kirby now is going to have the lead. Here's Wagner. So Kirby moved past Wagner, and Rigney now still out there. Now coming to pit road. So this is going to turn the lead back over to Kirby, who we'll see in a second. Is going to have himself a pretty big lead, as a matter of fact. But he's going to have to stop here in about 10 laps himself.
So,
or maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we got this thing. We're looking at this thing all wrong. So Kirby is your leader. He's going to be your leader by about 7 seconds, I think, once Callisto gets around Rigney. Yeah, 7.7 seconds over Callisto. Callisto has worked his way up to P2. And Kirby and Callisto both stopped on lap 53. So they're on the exact same schedule.
So, it's gonna be 96 laps, so Rigney is going exit of pits. So, could be short.
Oh, Greg Evans, purple lap of 137.1. That's what fresh tires and light tanks will do for you. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the ISRA Truck Series coming to you from Iowa. We've completed now 93 of 150 laps. All the first round of pit stops have been completed. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for future iRacing content here on P1. And yeah, well, here comes Evans. He's around Callisto, but he's a lap down. He's a couple laps down, as a matter of fact. And what I'll do is I'll change the overlay time, the ticker from showing what is now gaps between positions, now gaps to the leader. And that will tell you time to the leader everyone has. So Evans is now second spot. No, I was wrong there. Evans was on the same lead lap, so that was a battle for position. I am so wrong, but that's why I changed the graphic, because I wasn't sure. And can he run down Kirby? I think he can. But Kirby might have to stop again. 6.3 second lead now. 6.1 second lead for Kirby over Evans.
So Evans is doing almost a second each lap. So last 23.6.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be by lap 100. They're gonna be bumper to bumper. We're gonna guarantee. We'll watch this. Here he comes. In fact, let's watch out the bumper of Kirby.
It's Kirby.
And that's Wagner right there. I'm circling Wagner. And that there, right there, that third truck in line, that is Evans. That's how far back he is, but he is now 4 seconds.
So 2 laps ago was 8 seconds. So it's getting fast. 23.7 and Kirby 24.6 last time.
Right now, you just got around, I think that's Big John back there, but there he is. There's Kirby right there. Wag's got a good run on the high side. He's going to probably move by this battle. There's a pass over Hugo Gallas. That's just for track position. Getting a good look of Matt in the cockpit there. How you doing, Matt? And to the inside. 50 laps to go, and there he is. There he is right there. Try to circle him. There it is. There he is.
Mm-hmm. It's coming in.
Oh, and this is scheduled, yeah, right at 100. Right at 100.
I think he's gonna do that, but Evans is...
Evans is done. I think Evans is done. I think anybody that stopped at past lap 75, so Crow, Armstrong, Clapper, Evans, Rigney, Reagan, Guyan, Hearn, I think all those guys are done. And Wagner stopped at 90. I think all those guys are done. I think they're good to go. Unless there's a late caution or some catastrophic tire issue that they have to come down pit road again for, I think they're done. I think they're going for the old Formula One style one stopper. Take care of your tires. That's all you're going to get, boy.
Oh, Callisto is in pit.
Yeah, and that's the planned stop there. So all the guys at right around 50, they're coming back. They gotta do this their final stop. Euler the same way. Euler's going to be much in the same boat. He was at 44. He was the first to come to pit road.
So now they need to push like a hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To say the least.
This, yeah. I said about Callisto because it was a third position. So.
So let's reset the field here now. We're now in the middle of a second round of pit stops for those on the two-stopper strategy. Evans is your leader. Pepto Joe is moved up to second, but he is back by 7 and now 8 seconds, Pepto Joe is. Evan Clapper right behind him. This is going to be a battle for position very quickly. This is going to be a battle for the second step of the podium. Clapper and Pepto Joe here, but Clapper is third. Rigney is fourth, and he's in a battle right now with Stretch Armstrong. He and Stretch, fourth and fifth, right together on the racetrack. Sam Crow back in sixth, and he's got Chris Reagan right behind him. So another close proximity battle on the racetrack. Pretty good. Alex Guyon, he started way in the back. He was last on the charts for quals. Took a no time.
Callisto lose the car on turn 4, and he hold it.
Oh my goodness! Let's go back and take a look.
Great save at Callisto.
And now those tires are spent, and he did it right in front of Wagner. Here's from Wagner's point of view. Like, oh, now I see way too much of the side of that truck in front of me. Oh no, get out of the way. No. And oh, good, the high side opened up. And Wagner avoids the incident. That's not going to help Callisto. I think his tires now are going to be really cooked for the remainder of this run, even though that they're fairly new. We'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice already on this broadcast. But Greg Evans is your leader. Flanagan in second. We're talking about that. And here comes through that group of leaders here. Here comes Justin Kirby with the new tires, so he'll move on by rather quickly. Flanagan now 9 seconds back to Evans. Clapper and Flanagan, there you see them side by side on the racetrack. Rigney is there as well. And Stretch, he is just a little bit behind that, but he'll be joined by Chris Reagan fairly soon. Reagan riding the high line again. Sam Crow back in 7th. And Richie Hearn in 8th. Followed by Guyon, who's up 9 spots. Wagner to 10th. Rigney, low side. Clapper for the position. Move the host with the most up the 3rd.
I think so. Eventually, it's Evans, Rigney, Reagan, and then Richie Hearn, and then Wagner. That's the top 5 on the guys enter 20 laps to 20 laps. No, lap 90.
Yeah, right around 90.
Yeah. So that's should be the eventually
Rigney now up to 2nd. Can he reel in Greg Evans, looking to go 2 for 2 to start the season? Once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching P1's coverage of round 2 of 12 of the ISRA Truck Series, coming to you from Iowa, where Greg Evans leaving off, or picking up where he left off in last race as our leader now. And we got about 120 coming up the 115 laps into the book here out of 150. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. Calendar-wise, tomorrow night, me, LGN, Stevie Larkamp, and Justin Petschauer are going to go over to the Elite Racing Network one more time for their final race over there of the IndyCar Oval Series. It's Tuesday night, top split, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The championship has long been decided. Robert Malechka, the king of Indianapolis, is the champion. And it looks like the battle for second also has pretty much been decided. That's going to belong to Jacob Oster. But the battle for third still apparently is in play. And that is one of our P1 broadcasters will be in that car trying to go for third place in the Division 1 championship for the Oval Series. That's Clindy. And that'll be at Charlotte, 8:15 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on ERN. That's the last time we're on ERN. We're going to take a week off next week, because next week is is week 13, but it's also a holiday week. We will not be here next week also for the Truck Series. The Truck Series will get Monday off because it's a holiday.
Which is a holiday?
Yeah, Monday is a U.S. holiday.
U.S. holiday.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Monday. Oh, we have a Labor Day too.
Labor Day. It's the unofficial. It's the unofficial end of summer. So summer, typically, you think about summer in the U.S. It's they even though the seasons have dates they start at, but kind of how all the places do vacations and works do schedule and all that stuff. The start of summer is Memorial Day, and the end of summer is Labor Day. That's kind of how people do things. Here we're watching Evans now and Wagner.
So just for the record, Hugo Galas did the pits on 116, so he good to go. So I mentioned this because let's see where's the other guys with 40 laps.
And then Wednesday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern, I will be in the booth, joined by former series winner of the VRL. We're doing our VRL coverage of Daytona. I'll be joined in the booth by Josh Bittner. We have ourselves a rare caution. How about that?
Euler.
What happened?
Euler Spoon came the back. Say hey, Luis on the back. Whoa. So I think.
Did we get contact from Hayes? Hayes give him a little bit. Oh, how's about you? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I think so. Euler came too slow.
And boys, we now have a race. Everyone's coming to pit road for those next set of tires. This is a whole new ball game now. That just takes one caution, and there was a little contact there. We'll see what the result of that's going to be.
Oof. Bad luck for Callisto. Bad luck for Kirby. Very bad yellow flag over there. Or maybe no.
I don't think Say Hey was expecting Euler to back that corner up as much as he did, I think, and contact there. That's unfortunate. But our first caution of the season. First caution of the season. Pit road, everybody coming to pit road. Evans, Rigney, Pepto, Joe, Clapper, Reagan, Armstrong, Crow, Hearn, everybody. It is as we call a pit party. Guyon coming to pit road. Wagner, that's a saver for him. Rick D is staying out. Kirby is staying out. Big John staying out. So these might be guys that are going to come next time by. We'll see. They're also, these guys could be good to go to the end. So they might just stay out and get the wave around.
So if we have a yellow flag, next one should be good for Kirby and all that group. So because for sure they need to stay out for the
wave around.
Yeah.
And someone's going to get a lucky dog here as well. They do have lucky dogs enabled for this league.
Should be Kirby, no?
Kirby. Actually, it's going to be probably Hayes, I think. Unless it goes to Euler. Well, it might be Graydon. I don't know. It's typically the two cars involved in the caution don't get the wave around, or they get the lucky dog. It's the next one available. So it might be Graydon. I don't know. We'll see. We get it so rarely, it's I don't know that rule.
So it's kind of weird because sometimes it's the first car on the with lap down, but sometimes iRacing.
Oh wow! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Richie Hearn, I think, went 2 tires and is now second.
Whoa.
Yeah, went 2 tires, was now second. A 9.4 second pit stop for Richie Hearn. 14.7 for Evans, a 14.4 for Rigney, Pepto Joe 14.8, Clapper 14.2, Reagan a 14.3, Stretch Armstrong with a fast one, a 13.9, Sam Crow 14 seconds flat.
No, you're right. He changed. So all of them changed 2 tires. No, sorry, 4 tires, and Richie did only 1.
Yeah, he only
Only
he,
one side.
yeah, he only went one side, so he is going to see if he can make it work here. We are going to get a bit of a 25 lap sprint here once we get going. Lights are still on the pace truck.
Ooh.
And,
let's see Richie Hearn. Why did he do it?
So this is our first caution since we had one for 3 laps at Talladega. This is the 27th caution of the ISRA history. And now we line up. So all those trucks that we just see right there, the Big John, Callisto, Hayes. Actually, Callisto is the last of the 3. Kirby. Euler on pit road. He might be done. Gala's getting the wave around. Graydon getting... Oh, he's already lined up. So there's a couple different strategies going on here with the wave arounds here. But here we go. Lights are out. We are going to go green at 1:27 for a final sprint to the end. But you know what they say about cautions, LGN?
What is
But cautions breed cautions. So we shall see, especially when it gets to these guys wanting to beat Greg Evans and not allow him to go 2 for 2 to start this season off. And a deeper hole for all these guys to dig themselves out of. But here we go. And a big jump by Evans.
Let's see. Oof. Let's see if Richie Hearn did a good option or choose good. Oof.
Yeah, let's see if he's like the one of the knights in Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. See if he's chosen wisely. Oh no! Clapper! Greg Evans goes purple that lap as Clapper goes sideways. That's not what he wants to see. That is just all the positions he gained to get up that high, they're gone now. And I don't think he's going to have enough time to get them all back. Greg Evans just did a 23.2.
I think so. Richie Hearn is going.
Oh, 3 wide. Here's Rick. Now we're in a 4 wide, 3 wide now, 2 wide. We trickled it down.
You have too much pressure, Richie Hearn. So I really see
Rigney getting the position. Yep.
Yeah, he really hit 2 times the wall, Richie Hearn. So.
Pepto Joe's going to send it to the inside. Nope, he's not. He's going to tuck it back in. Oh, Pepto Joe's going to slide up. Oh, that's Reagan. Almost instead of Pepto Joe, almost got the rear bumper of Hearn there. Of course, you don't want to wreck your teammate. We talk about that every week. Reagan to the inside now. Pepto Joe. This is a battle for 4th. Wagner's moved up to 8th now. Guyon, he's had himself a good race now after the restart. He's up 9 spots to 9th. Rick D is in 10th. But your biggest gainer of the day is Guyon there.
Richie Hearn is going slice. So.
Oh, Pepto Joe getting squirrely going into 1. Tries to send it to the inside. It's going to start sliding up. Going to run out of room. Reagan's up there. Reagan can't get any more friendlier with the safer barrier until he hits it. Now he's got to run on the high side over Pepto Joe. And Reagan's like telling Chris Reagan's telling Richie Hearn, move, man, move, let's go, let's go. Evans now out 3/10 in front of Rigney. Rigney now 9/10 out in front of Hearn, so Rigney starting to pull away as well. But he's now starting to run down Evans a little bit. Do we have time? 134 of 150. Side by side for third between teammates.
He gave it to him. So, yeah. I think so. He choose Matt. Hey, it's like a lottery. Sometimes it could be worse, sometimes not. So I'm
Pepto Joe to the inside of Hearn. Here now, this is for fourth. I mean, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, they're all on top of one another. Pepto Joe is just about clear. The stretch might take a shot up the middle if it opens up for him. Again, Pepto Joe to the bottom, going up to the second line, kind of pushing Richie up to the third line a little bit. Runs down the backstretch, still door handle to door handle, going in the 3. Pepto Joe this time a little bit more room to arch in. Careful of the net code, boys. And Richie's doing nothing wrong here. He's got the higher line, which got the more momentum and less tire wear. Doesn't scrub off as much. And it's just allowing those now top 3 to pull away. That's Hearn and Pepto. Almost a little bit of indigestion there. As they almost came together. Pepto getting squirrely coming off the corner. That's what happened running the low side. You get those tires heated up, but he's still got the momentum on the bottom side, still side by side. Now the rest of the trucks behind him are getting a little antsy. Here comes Matty Wags to the high side. He thought about taking a shot on the high side over stretch. Guyon took a little evasive action on the backstretch there. Coming to 10 to go here very, very soon. Guyon to the inside of Crow. Guyon is going to get probably 2 shots here, 2 positions. He's got Crow. He's going to try to get Wagner. He's going to move Guyon up to 7th if he can pull the pass off. And that battle now for Hearn has calmed down. That Hearn's by himself now. That stop for track position and 2 tires might pay off for Richie.
Yeah, take a long for that, but he have to defend the high side. If they take the high side, it's gonna be game over for Richie Hearn.
Rigney got it to about 3/10, now back to 4/10, 9 to go. Evans, your leader. Reagan, 1.1 behind the battle for the lead. You see Reagan 7/10 behind Rigney. Now we got the gaps back up here. Hearn is back in a battle with Pepto Joe. They're side by side. Pepto Joe's going to have another go of it, but Hearn on the high side again holds the position.
So it's a good technique. So, for example, I use when I want to the guy my inside don't take the whole track on me. So when you do that, always leave the inside guy to try to do the hard work. And also that the hard work is try to don't lose the car, and that's the Richie Hearn do it. So this is a good strategy. He have to push it and squeeze to the first line, so he do it good.
Now the camaraderie in this league is pretty good. Everyone's not really used to putting the squeeze on people, but we haven't really seen these late race instances where putting the squeeze on someone is going to be in the cards. Well, right now it is in the cards. Pepto Joe side by side with Richie Hearn.
No.
Oh, Richie.
Look at that, how the squeezes. He don't want to.
I mean, if I was Pepto Joe, I thought it's cool as hell to be racing a guy that finished 3rd in Indy 500.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool as hell. I'm like, man, I am racing door handle to door handle with the guy that finished third in the Indy 500.
We have 5 to go, and Rigney's coming close.
Yeah, Rigney got it now within 2/10. Does he have time? Is Evans just playing a game with them? Equal tires. Even equal chassis. We're both looking. Oh, actually, we got one Ford. We got 2 Fords out there. Both Fords. Equal chassis. Coming to 3 to go. Does Rigney have anything for Evans?
Do you think Pepto Jones is gonna be like a touch Ricky here on the left corner? So give me a position, like a NASCAR style.
Give him a little bit of the chrome horn. Oh, here comes Rigney to the inside of Evans through 3 and 4, coming to the main straightaway. 2 to go. He's there where he can send it if he needs to. Back to 1. Did the 2. Going to get a run down the backstretch to see if he can do it again in the 3 and the 4. Was that his one and only shot? Rigney 110, sending it down low. It's going to try to get down. It's got it right to the quarter panel almost. Coming to the white flag. This time by... One more shot through 1 and 2. Now one more shot, the 3 and 4. Here comes Rigney. Ooh, gonna send it. Does he chrome horn him or does he keep it off him? Gonna stay to the inside, down on the bottom. Rigney's there, but I don't think he has the momentum. Here they come off the corner. Oh, and it is Evans, but it is oh so close. Wow.
And
Richie Hearn finishes 4th. That's the drive of the race right there. I'm sorry. Richie Hearn, very impressive. That is why he's the pro. Very impressive.
So at least everybody congrats to Richie Hearn about the group battles and good clean battle over there. So nice one.
Got Reagan coming to pit road here, and we'll get the replays going here very, very shortly.
Let me see how close was the. So I don't know if it's very close, but 0.059.
Yeah,
basically almost an IndyCar.
It's an IndyCar style finish, I know.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get the results in.
Wow.
Evans finished right where he started, led 114 laps. Was going to do this on one stop, and I think he probably would have won it on one stop until we had the late caution. Rigney second, and there you see right there on your screen. The difference 0.059 and we had one caution for 5 laps, so go into the document here, update that. One caution, 5 laps. So that is now a league total of 90. We've now done 27 cautions, had 27 cautions for 97 total laps in league history over a combined total of 3,035 laps for a percentage of 96.804% green flag racing here in the series. So very good. Reagan is third. He led some laps there early, 17 laps. Richie Hearn, the drive of the race there at the end with 2 tires, got the track position and held on for a top 5. Pepto Joe 5th. Pepto probably frustrated, but at the end of the day, I think he's going to look on that and say, you know, that was a heck of a battle between myself and a real pro of Richie Hearn. So be proud of that one. Stretch Armstrong 6th. Guyon up 11 spots. He was your big gainer today. During that last run, he made up a couple spots there at the very end and came up plus 11 on the day to P7. Matty Wags, P8. Rick D in 9th and Sam Crow in 10th. Evan Clapper, he was a shame. That's a shame because he was up with the leaders for a good chunk of the day once he got up there. He did finish 5 spots better where he started, but that is not indicative of the type of race that he had. Unfortunately, had an incident off of 4, and that cost him everything he gained on the racetrack, just about. And he comes home 11th. Justin Kirby, with the tire strategy, he decided to go against that late caution. Kind of cost him. And he was down 10 spots, but led 16 laps, finishes 12th. Callisto 13th. Big John 14th. Say Hey Lewis Hayes 15th. Brian Graydon 16th. Hugo Gallus 17th. And Jake Euler, unfortunately, with the DNF because of the contact there, going into 3 and 4 between himself and Hayes, is 18th. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, guys. Would certainly appreciate it. And let's get a better cam here there we go, Chris Reagan. First time we've had him on the program in a while, since I think his win in the Truck Series at Daytona last season. So we'll sure he'll be happy. There we go. Chris Reagan, long time no see. I think it was season 1 the last time you were here. Congratulations, sir. But really, I think the drive of the race was the guy behind you, your teammate, holding off all that line of trucks with fresh tires when he only would 2, but allowed you to kind of pull away and get a shot there for the bottom step of the podium.
Yeah, I know I'm up here talking to you guys, but man, Richie, I don't want to say he took one for the team right there, because I made the last minute call. I was like, you know what, I got to put 4 on, because I tried 2 at one of the races, and I don't like how the car ever feels with 2 tires. And he goes, I'm going to try it. And so he got back there and he was wheeling it to hold them off. So it gave me a chance to drive comfortably to stay behind Evans and Rigney. So I'll take it. It was good teamwork.
No kidding, and that was really the drive of the race. We once you got by, and then it was we were going to see you and Rigney probably at some point kind of run down or stagnate against Evans, but it was really hard to take the eyes off of Richie, holding off of that just line of mad trucks with new tires behind him. But everything, it's good to have you back in here. Good run for you. You started up front, finished up front. What was it like today with the different strategy of knowing that you had plenty of tires? It was going to be more of a fuel thing. We saw some people attempt the one stopper. What was your strategy going into this thing, and how well was that going to play out until that last caution fell?
Well, I literally just got off a flight from Virginia. I was at a motorcycle drag race, and I got here about half hour before the race started. I just practiced some qualifying, and I had it in my head I was just going to drive as hard as I could, because all through the Xfinity series, ever since Greg Evans has joined the league, I've been trying to learn how to save tires, because that dude is just insanely good, and I just can't do it. So I was like, with how things were set up tonight, I was like, I'm just going to run hard. If we burn up tires, we got plenty of them. And then it worked out to where I made it to halfway. So, yeah, I mean, it all worked out. I really didn't have a game plan. I just drove. So
the strategy tonight was just send it. Okay. Well,
sometimes you gotta.
Right, exactly. Well, congratulations. Good to see you back on the podium again. And it's 2 races into the season, a new season, and that helps in the points championship. We'll see what the points championship is there when Rigney gets those updated. But shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone say hi to before we let you go for this 3rd place podium finish here at Iowa?
I definitely got to give a shout out to Rigney, because even though I didn't do great in Xfinity and I started this season off horrible, I truly love racing with these guys. I mean, this is a top tier NASCAR league, truck league, whatever you want to call it, since we run multiple cars. But I really love racing with everybody, and it's really great. If there's any drag racing fans, I leave Wednesday to go to Indianapolis for the U.S. Nationals. I'll be working on the Redline Oil Pro mod car, so if anybody wants to swing by if they're in Indianapolis, I'll be there. But other than that, thank you, Richie, for always talking to me in the air, and thank you for hosting. commentating and stuff.
Oh, no problem. Our pleasure. Well, congratulations, and have yourself a good week, and safe travels to Indy.
Thanks. See you guys next week.
All right, and we do have the points up here, and this is good transition, bringing in Rick Need, the host with the most, next, because he is now second in the points. It's Evans, your leader, and Rigney is second, and Pepto Joe is now third. Justin Kirby is fourth. Lionel Callisto is fifth. Wagner is sixth. Sam Crow seventh. Richie Hearn eighth. Rick D in ninth. Chris Reagan is now in 10th. The biggest mover in the standings was Reagan. He moved 7 spots. So good on him. And then he does have 1 bonus point to this season and only 4 incident points. So he is working hard to keep it leaning off others. And the bonus points always help. You rack those up at the end, and those always add up really, really quick. But he is now 10th. So let's bring up Rigney, who's now second in the points, and bring him. The host with the most, Mike Rigney, here in the booth for P2. And now P2 in the standings, sir. 2 rounds into the championship. Is it too early to start thinking about a run here at the title?
That's a good question. Yes, it's way too early. These guys are so good. It's insane how good they are, and to be in P2 in the points after just 2 races, no, it's way too early. There's a whole lot of racing to go.
Did you have anything there for Evans there at the end, or is it just really just the best I can do is present him the side of my truck and see if we can make it through the corner together, and just maybe I get the run on the bottom and get the win? Did you have anything else for him, or was that pretty much it?
That was it on that last pit stop, on the caution.
Yeah.
We were all obviously going to go take in tires.
Right.
I did not add fuel to my truck, and that, obviously with new tires and no fuel added, you're going to be tight. And I asked Greg, I said, did you take fuel? And he's like, yeah, I put 5 gallons in it. So that adjusted the balance of his truck to where he had more rotation through the corner than I did. Where he was rotating off both corners, I was pushing.
So you would, in normal, I mean, this is where the difference, where we do IndyCar all the time, and we have these other NASCAR guys. IndyCar lighter is faster, and that would have been better for us. But in this case, 5 gallons, which is what? How much does fuel weigh? It's like 9 pounds a gallon or something like that. So it's like that's like 50 pounds of added weight to the car, and that or the truck, and that helped it rotate better in the corners than yours did. That's unbelievable. I don't think I would have ever paid attention to that fine of a detail as he did.
It was in my mind to do, but it entered my mind to put fuel in the truck while I'm like 3 stalls away, so I didn't have to hit all the buttons. And
right.
So I just took tires and no fuel, and I was tight. I was just tight. It was fun, and I think if I would have taken fuel, it would have been. Well, no, it wasn't. It's Greg Evans. I mean, it might have been an even closer finish, but it would probably be the same result.
Well, it's good to have you up here. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone say hi to before we send you off for the Go Celebrate. And then, of course, next week, I think we're heading off to Kentucky for our next round.
I think we're off next week.
Oh, well, yeah, next race is Kentucky, but yes, next week is the off week, but next race is Kentucky.
Yeah, next race is Kentucky. Shout out. No, I don't have any shout outs. I mean, I do this for everybody that shows up to race, obviously. So my shout outs are to the league itself, to the members who show up and race and are having fun. And did you see Richie there at the end? Took 2 tires.
Oh my God, that we watched the whole stint. Yeah, that was outrageous. That was awesome.
That was so fun. And I chopped him off of 4. And sorry, Richie, but I chopped him off of 4 a little bit. And Richie's a class act all the time. He's a good dude. But down the front stretch, when I came up in front of him, he was bumping me down the front stretch. It was so fun. It was a good race. Very good race. And thank you guys for doing the broadcast and in such a professional manner that you do it in. And I see that you're picking up even some more stock car coverage later in the week too, which I think is awesome. And you guys are branching out, and I think you're doing nothing but growing, buddy. And I look forward to seeing where you go with it.
I appreciate the comments. I appreciate your help, but good to see you on the podium here. And yeah, you keep adding these things up, another podium here and there, and their top 5 here and there. Keep adding them up, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you're in the running for the points championship. But 2 of 12, it is maybe a little early to plan, but it's always good though, regardless, to see you on the podium. Congratulations, and we'll catch you at the next one. But enjoy the week off.
Appreciate it. You too, fellas.
All right, let's bring up Mr. Evans. And here he is, winner today, 2 for 2 to start the season, Greg Evans. And we're just talking with Rigney, and really the possible margin of victory came down to 5 gallons of fuel. You decided to add fuel, which helped your truck a little bit handle better with fresh tires and that short little run at the end. He did not, and he did not handle as well as you did, and you had just enough better handling to hold him off there at the end and get the win. And that's what it came down to, really. I don't think you expected that. I don't think really anybody expected that final caution that came down. And I think you were going to probably you were on your way to a win on a one-stopper, which would have been pretty amazing in its own right. But let's talk about the race and how you felt when that final caution came out. It's like, oh no, now I got to fight these guys off.
Yeah, that's what usually happens when you get a big lead. But I mean, it was good to see a caution come out. I mean, it's every so often that you kind of need them in a league, kind of bring back things. And Rigney wasn't supposed to tell everybody I took 5 gallons of fuel and why I did it. So next time he asks me a question, I'm gonna have to start lying to him.
Well, don't hold him against. He told us that maybe he thought I wasn't going to say anything, but if he went back and listened to the broadcast, you would have heard it anyway. So the sprint there at the end, you got a great restart, and I think that was probably the key to getting the win. Was that restart? Was that the plan? Is just get a great restart and then just do my best to run away from everybody?
Yeah, I wanted to get a good restart and just kind of settle in, keep saving tires, because my fear was that we were going to get a caution within 10 laps to go, or even 5. And there was a lot of cars that got their wave around and came back on the lead lap, and I really started thinking, I was like, if we get a caution within that time period, it's going to be really hard to come back down and take tires, especially in the front. And those guys in the back, I was like, well, they put brand new tires on. I need to save every bit that I can right now. So that if we do get that caution, I've got a little bit in the bag. So I was kind of back up the corner a little bit, trying to control, a little bit where Rigney was. He got a little closer than I thought he was going to, but I was still kind of pedaling it. But yeah, I just, that fear of what, if we get one caution, let's go ahead and have 2, so, but, it did not happen. So, that's good. And like I said, just able to pull it off.
Well, 2 for 2 to start the season. Got a week off for Labor Day. Then we'll be back at it for Kentucky. So go enjoy the holiday day off. But we will see you at Kentucky, I'm sure, where you are always good on the 1.5 miles. Sponsors, friend, family, sponsors, loved ones. Anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I always got to thank you guys for broadcasting it. Man, when you're running a league that doesn't broadcast versus having them broadcast, it just changes the whole aspect of everything. And thanks to Ricky for putting it on, of course, and almost beating me tonight. That wasn't the plan. But thanks to the Freightliner, Sim Magic, and Sim Labs, Butt Kicker. Just thank all those guys. Thank all my teammates for helping me out and always being there. And like I said, just thankful we'll have a good night, and thank you guys again for broadcasting.
No problem. You got a 13-point lead going into the off week before we head to Kentucky. Congratulations, and we'll catch you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good Labor Day. I'll be at the beach with my wife, my little girl. So
go have fun. That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, just gonna go relax. Y'all have a good one, guys.
Bye. He's got a beach near him. I mean, I got Indiana Beach, which is, I guess, Lake Michigan. That's not too much fun. I don't know. Is there a beach near Toronto that you guys can go to in the?
No, it's a lake.
A lake.
Don't
Well, I
start a
mean,
lake.
we have a beach in Lake Michigan up in northern Indiana. So you're gonna have what, Lake Ontario there that you guys are?
Yes, Lake Ontario. Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Ontario
know.
Lake.
Maybe there's a beach. I don't know, but it sounds like he's going to the real beach over us. So I'm mildly jealous. But final thoughts on today, Lewis. I think it was it was an entertaining race. I think it was entertaining in different ways. Of course, we got the sprint to the end, which was very entertaining. We watched Richie Hearn, the real pro, just hold off in the entire field of mad, angry drivers and tires, try to get around them and fail for the most part. And then we saw some different pit strategies, and we saw the genuine attempt for a one-stopper here. That was probably going to be pulled off for a win. And so it was kind of different race. I was interested in many facts because once the one stopper went out the window, then it was fun to see the sprint at the end. So it was kind of a race that really held your interest from start to finish.
Yeah, sure. For sure, it's a very interesting race. We make the strategy. I said 50-50-50 for everything. But Glen Evans did 90 and Rigner saying 2. So at least we have something correct. But we're guessing something about maybe 95 to 90. The yellow flag came out for sure. In the chat said some of the guys said Oysters wasn't happy with say hey.
I know.
So
I saw
it's like
that.
let's see what happened next in Texas.
No,
So-
we have week off, and then we're going into
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. Okay. Now I remember Kentucky. So the Legacy or the new one?
I think it is the new one. I could be wrong.
Maybe much better, more grip and more. Yeah, more grip. So this is good. So the big lose for me is Justin Kirby. So second to 12, and also Calisto with that spun on turn 4.
Yep.
Burned everything and got bad. So yeah, good battle for what I said. I really agree with you about Richie Hearn. Is the guy on the night, so he did a good thing. He showed us how take like when you play
How the pros do it.
hard.
That's how
Yeah,
the pros
when
do
you-
it. Yeah.
when you take it off the ace on your pocket or whatever. Or
Yeah.
There's the expression on where you play baccarat or whatever, play on the casino. So they did good things. So let's see on Kentucky what's happened, and very excited for that race. I hope it's gonna be on day and on night.
Schedule. And then we'll get on out of
Day,
here. Let's
no?
see.
If it's day, it's gonna be
good. Doesn't say. It just says it's going to be 125 race laps. That's all we know. 125 race laps. That's all we know right now about Kentucky. So, unless the actual what we see, all the sessions are posted on iRacing already, so we can look there and see if it says Legacy Kentucky. But
8 p.m. 8
yeah.
p.m. 8 p.m. 8
Okay.
p.m. 8:30.
All
Yeah,
right, well, it's a night race, so I always say these trucks look better under lights, and I think the racing is always better under lights. And if the majority of the season is under lights, that is fine with me. But that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from Iowa. Greg Evans goes 2 for 2 to start the season with the win. Rigney, his first podium of the season. He finishes second and is now second in the points. Chris Reagan is third for his first podium in a while here in the series. So congrats to all of them. Join P1 again in 2 weeks for round 3 of season 2 of the ISRA Truck Series. The teams and drivers will head to the Bluegrass State and Kentucky Speedway, and then we're going to be on a big 10-week run to finish the season out. So just this little break, and that's it. And then we're going 10 weeks consecutive to see that who gets the second championship here on the trucks in season 2. For the ISRA. Coverage begins around 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's 9:45 p.m. Eastern. And remember, it's a new time, it's a new channel, so as always, for the correct time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@iRacing. P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. And for all those that chimed in chat, thank you very much. We appreciate your interaction. If you are new, click subscribe. Or while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, which, let's see, what do we got coming up next here on the calendar to tell everyone about? It will be tomorrow night over on ERN. Our last IndyCar Oval Series race over on ERN, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. And then back here Wednesday for the Vigilante Racing League Truck Series, heading to Daytona at 8:50 p.m. And that will be a week's worth of pretty much all action until Saturday back on ERN for one of our few remaining broadcasts there of the IIS. As the IndyCar Series returns to the Milwaukee Mile, and that will be 2 p.m. Eastern. And so that is our week here between ERN and P1. Join us, if you will. It will be happy to have you in chat joining us along. So for LGN, everyone at P1, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all good night and thanks for watching, and to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here in 2 weeks in Kentucky for the next race of the ISRA Truck Series. Good night, everybody.